I am the Namer, guardian of the names of power. Before your world even existed, my people were an ancient race. Now they are gone, and only I remain, keeper of my people's history. Across the endless tracts of space have I traveled, to return to the planet of my birth, Zoidstar. Though my people perished long ago, and their cities were buried by the shifting sands, the machines remain. It is these that have brought me here to perform the last act of the Zoidarian race, the giving of the names of power. When my race was young and had an interest in the affairs of the galaxy, they built the machines, mighty engines of destruction which gave the power of life and death over the other creatures in the galaxy. The Zoidarians turned their gaze outward and laid waste to 1,000 star systems with their machines, their Zoids. But ruling a galaxy was not enough for the Zoidarians. It was not the conquests, but the battles they enjoyed. And though all intelligent life trembled in the shadow of the Zoids, my people battled on, machine against machine, Zoidarian against Zoidarian, in the further pursuit of glory. Zoidarian lives were needlessly sacrificed to the god of battle, and the race dwindled in numbers until the elders outlawed the Zoid duels. But they couldn't outlaw the Zoidarian love of combat. The Zoidarian pilots of the giant war machines were replaced by androids, and thus the heroic combat could continue without threat to Zoidarian life. Too late came the order. Too late to save a once mighty race from extinction, and now only I remain. Only I and the Zoids. And though my people created the Zoids, I have no power to control them. For the war machines have become the living embodiment of the Zoidarian thirst for combat, with lives and wills of their own. They exist only to fight, to ensure that their heroic combat lasts for all eternity. Now I stand on the sand-blasted surface of a world I used to call home, high on a rock, scanning the horizon for some sign of movement, knowing that out there, behind the sand clouds, lurk the deadliest war machines in the universe. It begins!
Galaxies beneath the dying sun, a Zoidstar burns with fire. The war has just begun. From the canyon forged in thunder, through the shattered steel and flame, the guardians rise in cobalt skies. They'll never fight in vain. And the Zoids know the roars with power. Steel jaws grind for war. Lasers blaze from hip and tail like none have seen before. With a cockpit of gold and honor untold, he storms across the land. The tyrant's bane with the soldier's name, they'll never lend in pain. They ride with Zoidzilla's might through the blackest night. They fight from Hippel like its gates. Laser fire from tail and side, a storm they can't outlast. While golden eyes beneath his helm lock targets in the blast. They ride, with Zoids cry in a blaze across the sky. They strike, like titans of old, brave-hearted and bold. Where a mutant falter is iron star, rise the guardians of Zoidstar. For the Lord Protector at Zoids' right hand leads the charge with firebrands across this cursed land. A storm of cold and fury, a mechanized crusade. They'll drive the red mutants back to the dark from whence they came. They ride, with honor ablaze through the planet's maze. They fight, from here fail, in circuits and fly, no fear in the sky. From the mountains of memory to the war-scorched star, they are the last line, steel spine, the guardians of Zoidstar. In the dust of distant galaxies, beneath the dying sun, Zoidstar burns with fire. The war has just begun. From the canyons, horse in thunder, through the shattered steel and flame, the guardians rise in cobalt skies. They'll never fight in vain. In the dust of distant galaxies, beneath the dying sun, Zoidstar burns with fire. The war has just begun. From the canyons forged in thunder, through the shattered steel and flame, the guardians rise in cobalt skies. They'll never fight in vain. Trooperzoid roars with power, steel jaws prime for war. Lasers blaze from hip and tail like none have seen before. With a cockpit of gold and honor untold, he storms across the land. A tyrant's bay with a soldier's name, the battle in his hand. They ride, with Zoids' light through the blackest night. They fight, for the honor of blue and the steel that's true. From the highlands of justice to the core of the stars, they're the guardians of Zoidstar. Creeping low with vengeance cold, Scorpozoid strikes fast. Tail like thunder claws that crush, no mercy in his path. Blue flame and chrome collide as red horns legions fall. Scorched by fury from the flanks, the scorpions deadly crawl. He's a shadow in the chaos, a sentinel of fate. Seal armored glory with justice in his gate. Lasers fire from tail and side, a storm that can't outlast. While golden eyes beneath his helm lock giants in the blast. They ride, with Zoids' cry in a blaze across the sky. They strike like titans of old, brave-hearted and bold. Where red mutants falter a tyrant's scar, rise the guardians of Zoidstar. For the Lord Protector at Zoids' right hand leads the charge with firebrands across this cursed land. A storm of chrome and fury, a mechanized crusade. They'll drive the red mutants back to the dark from whence they came. They ride, with honor ablaze through the planet's maze. They fight, in It's a block, no fear in the strike from the mountains of memory to the war-scarred sky on the last line. The steel of spine, the guardians of Zoidstar. Metallic giants rise from lying grounds. Blue guardians count the heart, lights and fury in the sky.
It is the never-ending battle between red and blue Zoids. It has been waged for centuries. It rages still, with no end in sight.
I, the Namer, last of the Zoidarians, guardian of the names of power, keeper of the legend of heroic combat, have spoken.